Well, hello there, you beautiful, beautiful, amazing, wonderful people. I hope you are well on this stupendous, super, superb, sexy Saturday. That's it, baby. It's sexy. You're looking absolutely amazing, and we're getting straight into the meat and potatoes because I woke up to an explosion. Not an actual explosion, that would be mental. An explosion in my inbox because people were sending me a video. I'm going to show you that video. Remember, fair usage means I do have to periodically stop it to offer commentary over the top. I am going to point out the channel, and then we're going to talk about the video. Let's go. Let's get into it. Oh, look, it's spelt right now. Spelt right. I'm an idiot. So the channel is Translucent. Some of you may or may not have heard. I've watched some of Translucent's videos. Very, very well put together. Very, very interesting, some of the information that they have. So if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. But what I will say is always do your own research, which we're going to come to later on. But always do your own research. Don't take anybody, including myself, as information as gospel, because we can get things wrong. But this is the video. It's Bryan Kohberger Sues. That's right. We're saying that Bryan Kohberger has launched civil lawsuits to sue people. So let's get into the video.
Did you know the most searched word is step? But why? Is everyone suddenly into stair climbing? A lot of these videos have very dark themes. They have hundreds of millions of views, and interestingly, apparently a third of viewers are women in their 20s. I'm skeptical if that's really true, but anyway, since that Dateline episode on Bryan, I've been giving this topic some thought, and I've come to a conclusion.
Like I say, very, very well put together videos. A lot of the videos that are on here are done in this fashion, and just because they're very, very short videos, do not underestimate the time and effort that goes into making them, because it can be extremely time consuming. Let's just say that a 1 minute video, it is not unusual for a 1 minute video to take an hour plus to completely edit and do everything that needs to be done. And then you've got to upload it. Then you've got to do all that background stuff.
When somebody is only watching, the brain is like on a visual roller coaster. Without smelling, tasting, touching, it's only what the person sees on a small screen. So the person has to rely more on the storyline or the theme of it. And if you watch it a lot, even over many years, the mind will crave more extreme concepts.
The thing here is what they're feeding into is the fact that Dateline and these sort of visual things that we watch, they will trigger certain things and we will pull from it what we want, and we can be heavily influenced by how it's put together. Like, make no bones about it, that Dateline piece about Bryan Kohberger was indeed, it was a hit piece. It was a hit piece. It was biased. It was meant to cause the viewer to believe that it was about somebody who not only was accused of this crime, that it was guilty, and they were going to offer you proof to kind of support that narrative of him being guilty. And for the I won't say the vast majority, but a lot of people, you know, for those who already had Bryan Kohberger in that box, that further nailed the coffin lid shut. And we obviously did see some people who were previously on the fence migrate over into the realms of Bryan Kohberger being guilty. So it did what it was supposed to, what it was put together to do.
Did this stuff make him a serial unalive-verer? Absolutely not. But let's be real, the guy definitely needed to get out more, and it did seem Bryan was actually making moves in the right direction. We know he's been hitting those trails and lacing up his running shoes, and according to Dateline, he wasn't just talking to girls, he was talking to very hot girls, and he was being offered their numbers, my man. So why am I making this video? He's filed not one, not two, but 16 lawsuits in Adams County, Washington. The charges: defamation, stress, harassment, and violations of his right to a fair trial.
So that was a video that I was sent in my inbox. So you can imagine, immediately, nearly fell out of bed because I'm getting old and my coordination, especially when you've just woke up and you see such a shocking piece of information. It's wild, isn't it? Wild. But that excitement, if you like, that elation, finally, very, very quickly, It was like waiting for, I don't know, the second Joker film, you know, the new one. Oh, watched the first Joker, didn't I? Brilliant. Brilliant. Second one, Folie à Deux. What a load of shit. What a load of shit. And that's kind of what happened with this at the moment. Now, what I'm just going to say is, I'm not saying that translucent is wrong. And I'm certainly not saying this video was put together purposefully to mislead anyone. Now, one of two things I think has happened here. And that is either I'm wrong and I'm just an idiot, because I cannot for the life of me find anything that would support Bryan Kohberger is filing civil lawsuits in order to sue for defamation, anything like that. I genuinely cannot find anything. And again, that may just be through my lack of ability to do so. So I'm shouting you out to the wider audience. If I am wrong, and there is indeed evidence of it, can you please send it to my inbox? The link to my inbox, my email address, is in the description of this video, and the link to this video will be there as well, so you can go and check it out and check the channel out. Go and have a look. Bless me. Go and have a look. But yeah, so I cannot find anything. Now, what I will say is, if we slow that video down and just pause it on the little forms, if you like, that are put on there, it seems to show Bryan Kohberger as a defendant, which if he was filing a lawsuit for defamation, then he wouldn't be classed as a defendant. I believe, and again, I could absolutely be wrong, I believe that what we're seeing here is the subpoenas for the various people that are being called across by the defense to represent Bryan in a witness format. I believe that that's how they have to do it. They're always kind of filed to the court that is relevant to the individual's whereabouts. And I believe that they would then also have to come from Washington, because that's technically where Bryan Kohberger is from. So Bryan Kohberger of Washington State is subpoenaing this individual from this state to appear as a witness on his behalf at trial. That is my understanding of it. But again, if I am wrong, let me know down below. But this was just to bring your attention to the fact there is potentially going to be a few comments going about that Bryan Kohberger is indeed suing people. There is this video that obviously exists. So many of you reached out throughout the night and said, look, check it out. I think I had about 80 something emails, and that was literally in the early hours of this morning. It's still early here now, so I can only imagine that if I don't kind of cover this quite early, that's only going to increase as more people see this video. But like I say, I'm reaching out to help because I can't find anything. I can't offer that claim any credence. From what I can see, there does seem to be filings that support subpoenas of witnesses, but there is nothing that supports civil cases, certainly not 16 civil cases. Again, I could be wrong, but if I'm wrong, please provide proof, evidence that undeniably shows that that is the case, even if it's just the link to where I can go to actually view it. And if that is the case, then I will share it once again to the wider community. But as of now, I can offer those claims absolutely no credence. Stick around if you're not subscribed to the channel. Subscribe. We've got another video later on as we prove that Arsley Jennings is nothing more than a big liar. Love you all. Mwah.